This is Dope for Life with Hyperview. I am at the All Things Indie Show at the Scarlet Room at Harlows, and we are with an amazing artist. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
I'm Anthony Holt, otherwise known as Anovatti, and born San Jose, but raised in Sacramento, and I love to be here. This is my first time, and I hope everyone loved it. What did you think?
Hey, he got some money, bro. He said San Jose.
Hey, man, I'll be honest with you. No money. Ghetto San Jose. San Jose is one or two places. You're either in the ghetto or you're rich.
You're rich. That's
and
it.
trust me.
It's no in between. He was like, I was on the latter side.
Yeah.
Right?
We don't really talk about it. We got out of there. We doing better up here, I'll be honest.
Hey, but you're going to be back soon.
Oh, yeah. Totally.
For sure. You on the rise. So what did you do today?
So I performed a few songs.
Okay.
I released an album recently, and I performed. It was Epiphany, which is one of them. I created the beat for all.
So you produced?
Yeah, I produced my own. So I created the beat for it. Floto. I tend to do a big like freestyle thing.
Okay.
So I make the beat, freestyle over the beat, and then I go in and I edit everything myself.
Kind of put it together.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
So usually the songs you have, I'll usually do like 2 in a day, or it really depends on like how much I'm getting done, really.
Yeah.
So Epiphany, I made myself. Ghost Stories was the one I introed with, made myself. And then the Always Crossing My Mind was the last one I did.
Okay.
Made myself as well. That was a single for the album.
Right.
And then there's one called Ethereal.
Okay.
There's one called Ethereal.
You got some nice track names.
That one came from this girl later on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's some of my best songs came from girls.
Exactly. Yeah. So
they usually hate songs, but it's good.
I know. You gotta. Hey, look, I'm just trying to do something special.
Life.
I always found out that music was the way I could like express myself, you know?
Right.
And I couldn't really ever tell her like how much she meant, and the music was my way to do that.
Right.
You know, and so she honestly was the inspiration for a lot of things. Like 90% of my music is about her. Names usually come from words like ethereal. I didn't know it was a word until she taught me.
Right.
So,
that's educated this man.
Yeah, so thank you.
You don't know what ethereal is?
Exactly. It means it's like out of this world. It's like better than perfect.
Right, yeah,
so
exactly.
It's big. It's big.
Right. That's a $7 word.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, I'll be honest. More knowledge to me, right?
No, for sure. And is this your first time performing with All Things Indie?
Yeah, this is my first time.
No. So how'd you guys get linked up?
So my mom's my manager.
Okay.
But
dope.
She runs my Insta, but I always tell people my manager runs it.
Right.
Better.
You know, my manager runs that.
But so she gets in touch with a bunch of people. She got in touch with a couple radio stations. Fortunately, couldn't make it onto there just because we don't have those connections.
Yeah.
She just came through here one day and was able to link everything up. So props to my mama for that. I wouldn't be here without like.
Hey, shout outs to mom for believing in her son. Like, that's amazing. My mom told me to go to college.
My dad's that way. Hey, you know what? As soon as you can, get a fucking job.
My mom told me to go to college. My dad said join the army. And my wife said she just want me to make money. So
that's fair enough, you know. I'm trying to do something I want to do, you know?
Yeah. So how long have you been on the journey of writing, releasing music?
So I used to record in the abandoned part of before I was a freshman in high school, I would go to the abandoned area of it. And I go there with busted headphones, just and Android. Right. And there's this thing called Veloco. I used to play a beat, record the beat on my headphones, and then play it through and freestyle over it.
Right.
That's all I did.
Right. Hey, and look, this is a testament to if you want to do something, you're going to find a way to do it. Right? There's no excuses. You don't need a MacBook. You don't need a time machine. You just need the willingness to want to do it.
Exactly.
Right?
Sooner or later,
figure out
you're gonna make it.
That.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, I used to go inside of my closet to make music too, and then it got to the point where my parents found out I was making music.
I recorded my first album in Iraq. On a MacBook Pro, not in a little iMac, right? Little Mac, and I used the onboard microphone on the
onboard,
and it still sounds good to this day.
The headphones I had didn't have a mic; it was a phone. It was a phone. So in the songs I have. There's one song called Lost Souls, which is the first song I actually published, right? You can, if you listen closely, you can hear all the winds. It was like during fall, so you can hear all the leaves and shit.
I still got songs where I can hear the the beat from the fire truck.
Yeah.
I was like,
I actually had my in Ethereal in the beginning. My dog features on it because he literally. So I was recording and he barks right as the beat drops.
Right. Woo! We
Exactly.
like, and I'm keeping that, right?
I kept it.
Right.
I
Those
love
nice serendipitous moments, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, no, for sure. Okay, so where can we find you on socials? Where can we find the music?
So you can find me on Instagram at Anovatti Plus.
Okay.
And then on there it has links to my SoundCloud, my Spotify, my YouTube, my Apple Music. Apple Music should be there as well.
Okay.
I'm everywhere.
He said, find this man where you listen to music. Okay?
Yes, sir. Yep.
Anything you want to tell the fans, the shows before we get up out of here?
So, I mean, getting to this point, like I'm still not big, right? I'm not big, but it takes a lot of work.
Right.
And so one thing people need to know is that if you have talent or if you don't have talent, no matter what, it takes work. It's pure work. One thing my dad taught me was that hard work is never going to fail you. You know, you could have $1 million of rich family, but if you don't at least try, you're never going to make it. You can't be anything without work.
You gotta work. It doesn't matter how talented you are. It doesn't matter how good you feel like you can do things. You got to get out there and do it.
Exactly.
Right? And stay consistent. And I say be personable, but it works for some. But for most people, like, that's a part of it. Like, being out, it's all about relationships, right?
Exactly.
Relationships. Who you know,
this is a
who
big,
knows
like,
you.
connection game.
So be
if
personable.
you don't have connections, the whole thing is to try to make connections. You have to get a foot in no matter what.
Somebody told me, I think I was at church or something. I don't remember where it was at, but he was like, relationships make big problems, small problems.
Exactly.
Right? He was like, if I'm on the side of the road and I break down, right, and I just got a bad tire, if I don't know anybody, that's a big problem.
Exactly.
Right? But if I know people,
or family or something.
if I know people who like, hey man, I just broke. It's a little problem.
Exactly.
Relationships take big problems and make a little problem.
The big thing about life in general is that when it comes to problems, if you can do something about it, right, then you don't have to worry. If you can't do something about it, then why worry about it? Because you can't control it, you know? And so it's the same thing with music. You can control how much work you put in, and you can control how much output you're doing, right? And so don't worry about any of that part,
Worry
right?
is never necessary.
The only thing you ever have to worry about is yourself, right? If you don't worry, the only thing you need to worry about,
and I wouldn't even say worry. The only thing you need to care about is yourself.
Exactly. The only thing you need to care about is yourself. You need to make sure that you're putting your ideals up, because there's a lot of people out here that just want that money, that want that fame, you know? So you got to make sure you have your ideals in place or you're going to lose yourself.
And I think that's 100% correct. I was just talking about the farmer principles, where like, you got to put a lot of work in before you see anything, any results.
You got to produce good
So
food.
if you're just looking for the money, right, you're going to quit way before the money ever gets.
Exactly, because the money doesn't come for years. I mean, the one thing that it's going to take is that one-hit wonder. As soon as you make a song that goes big, then that's when you've made it, right?
Yeah, and if you're the 0.0110% of people that drop one song and blow up, well, more power to you.
I know, exactly.
But that's
your luck.
That's
man.
not 99% of people. Like, you got to work at it. And even the guy who drops one song, he's got to work moving forward, right? I've got to handle that momentum. And it's really, I find it way harder to try to figure out what to do from that point forward versus I've been doing this for 10 years and now